and welcome to Dee Talk Live Thursdays. I hope everybody is doing really well. We are live and ready to go. Hi everybody, thank you for joining us. Tonight on Dee Talk Live, we have a topic that is very important, and it's very dear to my heart. A topic that I have gone through spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, on all levels. Hello 34 Dukes, how are you? Thank you for joining us. So it's a really touchy topic, but it is so necessary because so many people forget to do it because they don't think that anything like this will happen to them, or anything will put them in a position where they're going to have to think, I've got to do this. I'm only 40 years old, and a lot of us, even in my 30s and my late 20s, I never actually thought about this topic, because this topic wasn't a topic where you'd think about. You'd say, you know what, I'm going to go and get a will, right? So today's actual topic is about if it's necessary. Is it necessary to have a will? Should you go get one? Is it something that we ignore and we don't think about, and it's the last thing that pretty much comes into mind? Hey Mary, thanks for joining me. So is it something that we have to get? Is it necessary? Is it something that we really need to have, to obtain? A couple of weeks ago, I actually went to be a witness for somebody else who had the documents ready to go to get a will. So to get it all written up, and I was the witness, so I had to sign off on it. And it was quite intriguing because I had never thought about it before, when the day dawned on me that I had to go through a specific situation in my life. So 4 years ago, and I don't know how many people out there know me that well, but for those who do, I lost my partner, so the love of my life. And we never thought that he'd die so young, or leave me so early. It would have been 11 years this year that we were together, and it really affects me every day. But at that stage, I had to pretty much prove that I was his partner. I was his be all to end all. I was part of his existence, and I knew who he was, and that I was evident in his life. And in all seriousness, when it comes to having a will, you 110% need to get one, because it's not only the fact that you have to prove, right, that this person is your partner or the other part of you, and you were in his life for so long. It's the fact that you're going through a grieving process and a traumatic experience where you're put in a position where you've got to fight for your right in that person's life, because you have no evidence. You have nothing that proves to legality, to lawyers, to anyone, only those people that know you, that you were actually in his life and you were a part of his life, and therefore everything that was his is now yours, right? So when you're going through trauma, when you're going through grief, the last thing you want to think about or put a person in a position to do is fight for their right to actually prove their existence towards you and your life, right? A lot of people don't think about it because it's not something that we think about. We don't know, and that's why I'm saying it. Prepare yourselves. Put yourselves in a position where you're already ready for that step. So it's not something that's like a rude awakening of such, like it was for me. Because for me, it was one of the biggest challenges in my life that I had to go through at that stage. And I wasn't only losing Johnny, I lost my life. I lost everything that I thought was my life and was supposed to be part of my life, you know? Because in my family as well at that stage, we had already lost several others as well. And that's what a lot of people don't know about, you know, Dee and me and what I had to go through. Not that I'm saying this for anyone to feel sorry for me or anything, because I know so many of you have gone through similar circumstances, and I feel you and I understand you and I'm here for you. And anything you ever need, you know, I'm always here, you know. But it's something that's contextual. It's something to think about, and it's something to really, really consider at an earlier stage in your life, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We only live by the moment. We live presently within this time sphere and time frame, because that's how you should be living, you know. But to put a person in this type of position, and I'm telling you firsthand, it's not ideal. It's something that should be already implemented and organized. But obviously we didn't get the chance to do that. We didn't get the chance to organize that because our time was limited at that specific time. And more so, I think it's more so even more important that if you've already had children, if you're in a young family as well, you know, premeditate these actions, go ahead and get, you know, that will written up, go to, you know, to the lawyer, speak to your financial advisors, see what the best possible outcome and situation for you is. Because for me, as I said, I was already going through, you know, my own demons, and to have that on top, it was quite detrimental to my mental, emotional, and physical well-being. But, you know, obviously I had people guiding me spiritually, and I was able to get through it in the most powerful way, because I wouldn't be here today speaking to you about it. It is something of great conversation. Yes, Mary, it's true. It is something of a great conversation that needs to be had, because we don't think of these things at all, you know. Hi, Costa. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, so it is something of great conversation, and it is very interesting, and it is very, very, very important. And at that stage, because there were so many things happening in my family and so many people were busy with other things that were unfolding at the time, I did everything by myself. So I didn't have time to grieve. I didn't have time for trauma. I didn't have time to feel sorry for myself. I picked myself up and I kept on going, which is, you know, a specific characteristic of mine. And I've always been quite defenseful as well, because I'm a defensive person, because and it's what you work on as well, and it's part of the masculine side, because I have a feminine side, I have a masculine side. So my masculine side always takes over. Maybe that's why everybody says I'm so strong, but you know what? You don't have to be strong, and it's okay not to be okay, you know. And when you're in a position like this as well, when you're in a position where you're put in a circumstance where you can't fight it and you have to go through it, just keep on going. You know, I know what it's like, and I want you to know that I really do understand. And I'm giving you the best advice and an opinion firsthand, because I've been through it. I wouldn't have gone through this if we were obviously pre-prepared, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Everything is premeditated to some aspects and to some extent. Therefore, if we're able to make those steps towards, stopping or, avoiding a specific situation or emotional ordeal, why not, And that's why having a will is the best thing that you can do for your family and for someone, because it was very, very hard for me. very hard for me. And I was just very lucky that his family wasn't difficult. His family loved me and understood what I had just gone through and understood what was mine and understood that our life together was ours and not theirs. Because sometimes you get into situations where families tend to think that what their daughters or sons was theirs, but no, it's not. I'm sorry. You've started a new life with someone. Your kids have been with somebody. They're in a partnership. They're with somebody that they love. Let them be and let them do what they need to do. And if it's them doing it by themselves and having to go through a specific situation, let them fight like my parents did. My parents knew that I was capable. They knew that I had to do a job, and it wasn't a time for me to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to grieve and I'm going to cry. I didn't have time to do any of those things. I had to get up, I had to pick myself up, and I had to keep on going, right? And the grieving and the trauma came later, like it always does, when it's time to, yeah? I never got to do those things that everybody else did. It was hard for me. It was very, very hard for me. I'm quite emotional about this. I'm so sorry. But it was very hard for me. And I don't want it to be hard for everybody else. I want it to be easy for everybody else. And I want them to understand that, I'm here if you want to ever talk to me about anything that you're going through, especially if it's something that, you're not sure about or you haven't gone through it, or if it's something that you understand that I've been through, let's just say. So if you know that I've been through something, and you want to talk to somebody about it, go for it. That's what Dee Thinks is about. That's why I started this business, because it was so special to me. And it was something that, all these topics always came up in my life. And maybe that's the reason why we started this beautiful journey. Hey, Strat. My love to you too. Oh, Costa, I love you too. Thank you for sending me love. I think I need it. So, this business is the most important thing in my life, not only because it has catapulted to actually helping people, and it being the part of, Johnny as well, but it's what really resonates with me and really, really is dear to my heart and really affects me every day. Because there are so many things in my life that come up that I know would affect everybody else's, And I want you to know that you're not alone, I'm here, Dee's here. And I really love you guys, and I love my collective and I love everybody, that's always been supporting me and giving me that love. And that's why I thought this topic tonight would be so important, because it is. It's something that we can't ignore. It really is something important. And when I went to actually be a witness for my girlfriend, when I had to sign for her will, I thought, oh my God, this is such a great topic. This is what I really need to talk about. And I had never even thought about it. It's something that had so much relevance and so much poise, because it needed to be addressed and stuff, So it really needed, to bring out the substance and stuff. Oh, Jay, I love you. Great conversation. Oh, thanks. It's really dear to my heart. That's the reason why it's really, really affected me. Hey, Georgia. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, it's really, really affected me, because when you think about it, the last thing you think about is losing somebody, yeah? You don't think that something like this is going to happen, because it's going to change your whole world. I'm currently in a new type of normal now, and I'm finding my feet again. And I'm trying to find who Dee is. Even though we sort of know who she is. It's taken me about 4 years to get here, obviously. He's been gone for about 4 years. But remember, everybody always teaches you such magnificent things in your life. And you take those on board and you enlist them in your life. All these life experiences, such as going to get a will, one of the topics that, come up. See? Because if I hadn't gone through what I had gone through, I wouldn't have even been able to express it and let you guys know how important this topic is and how it's affected me. Because it's through experience that we grow and we learn and we're able to express our ideas to everybody else in order for them to understand and go ahead and make that step, It's got to be like that, and it's really taken me a long time to get here, guys, and I don't even want to cry, but it's really important to me that, it gets out and everybody understands that, we're here for a reason, all of us are here for a reason, and we have to keep on going and helping each other and fighting for what we believe in, and making everything so great and beautiful and bringing in the love and the, and the unity into the world and stuff, 34 Dukes, oh, you guys are beautiful. Hey, sinakimo, kuklamo, hello. Sorry, kukla in Greek means doll, everybody, just in case you're not Greek, so sorry. But that's the predominant message, Never wait until somebody, puts a specific situation in your lap. Always be 2 steps ahead of what's going on in order to prepare yourself, and acquire yourself and put you in that dynamic and situation where you're ready to go. Yeah, I didn't have that option, and I didn't have that. I'm sorry. I didn't have that option. Oh God, I probably look really ugly. To do those things, I'm so sorry, guys. You guys are beautiful. I love you too. God, I sound like an old man. It's the voice coming out very masculine. I told you. It's part of. I don't even know what I was saying. So it's part of being human, okay? It's part of being human. Oh, you guys are beautiful. This love, I love you so much. Thank you. I'm sending you my love as well, like I always do every bloody day. Yeah, so it's part of knowing what to do, and and sometimes you don't, and it's okay not to, at some stages. It's okay not to know and what steps to carry out next, just keep on going. And when, let's just say, a situation like this comes, like it did with me, because I didn't have that option, right? Do not be afraid of it, because it's been given to you for a specific reason, right? Like it did with me. It was not only to make me stronger, but it was also for me to realize that you have to prepare yourself for things in your life. And that's why this topic was so dear to my heart, and it needed to come out, and I'm so happy that I'm able to bring it out. That's what, what Dee Thinks is about. And that's what, this whole topic tonight was about. I'm so sorry. I'm just very, very emotional, because it is very emotional, and I knew it was going to be not exactly virtual huggers. Jason, I love you. I wish you were here so I could hug you. I knew that it wasn't going to be an easy one, but, do I actually like anything easy in my life? No. Because you know what? We're fighters. Here at What Dee Thinks, we are fighters. And we do not let anything get in the way of our happiness. And that's how I am going to enlist my message to you. Not only should you be emotional, vulnerable, real and raw, you should be yourself. And you shouldn't care about anything that anybody says about you or thinks about you. You be you, and you be that beautiful person for people to say, you know what, that's her or that's him. And I'm so proud of this person I've become and the person that I'm going to be, right? Because it's all part of understanding, it's all part of enlisting, and it's all part of educating and helping people. And that's what I'm going to do. I love you guys so much. You've been sensational, both on beautiful Instagram and on Facebook, so much. Again, very emotional. I want you to all know that I 100% agree with getting a will. Go for it, do it. You want your loved ones to be cared for. You want people like me or your children, you know, to be taken care of, because without you here, it's going to be so hard for them to actually prove that they were in existence throughout your life and were part of your life. So 110%, go ahead and do it. I'm telling you guys, just do it. Go and, you know, get legal advice, get financial advice, whatever you need, you know, to do, you know, do what you have to do in your situation. You're the bomb. You're the bomb. You're the bomb. I know it's okay to cry. It's part of cleansing the soul. Yes, Natasha, you're so beautiful. It is. It's part of expression. I want you to all do that, especially if you've been in situations like this before. Do it. Do what you have to do that makes you happy, and surround yourself with beautiful, positive people like I do in my life. You know, always surround yourself, because their energy vibrates through yours and yours vibrates through theirs, you know. Thank you so much for joining me again on Thursday, Dee Talk Live, on such a dynamic event tonight and a topic. I will see you guys again on Monday for Love Talk with Dee. You guys have a beautiful weekend, and enjoy your Halloween. We've got Halloween on Saturday. It's a blue moon. First time since 1944. So the veil will be coming off. You'll be able to see things that you weren't able to see. And it's actually a tricky moon, because even if you go outside and you go to see if it's a blue moon, you don't know whether it's half full or quarter full. It's really, really funny, but it's an amazing time. So I'll be getting ready. I've already got all the sweets and the little treats for the kids if they come past. Hopefully we're allowed to. Since the lockdown and everything that's going on, I hope we're able to do that for our kids. It'll be amazing. But yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Have an amazing, amazing weekend as well. And I'll see you guys again on Monday for Dee Love Talk with me, Dee. I love you so much. Thank you so much for all your support and everything. I love you guys so much. So much, yeah? Bye. Enjoy.